kids. Okay, we noticed when we started educating our kids in terms of healthier lifestyles. In fact, the Department of Education and SHED is doing this already. No? I'm not sure in our schools yet, but ang SHED, ang DepEd, they are into this movement already. We were invited by two schools already because they are implementing healthy lifestyles in the school's curriculum sa isulod nila sa ilang nga MAPE yata and sa iban nga subject nila nga ginastoryahan. So we trained their faculties and staff, kung paano nila ma-integrate. So why is it so important to talk about chronic conditions in pediatrics? Would you believe? At year 2022, and now, the Pediatric Society of the Philippines is, advocating and campaigning. Our kids are suffering from non-communicable disease already. So what would you expect about the lifespan of Filipinos? I became obsessed of I became obsessed of finding ways to live longer because I really have bad family history. I really have bad genes, from sides sa akong nga parents. We have all the kinds of conditions, and on the side of my mother, they die really young. So 60s, 53, no? Wala na mga edad nila, 61. My mom died at 61. My grandma died at, 63, Dra-dra lang ila edad. Sa piyak na mga side, amuman. Siling ko, it runs in the family. There are genetics and there are familiar predisposition. We cannot do anything about the genes, the blueprint, and you cannot choose your parents. So, but the thing and the good news is that there's epigenetics. That means you can modify the expression of the genes. So you either express the genes or you suppress the genes depending on what you do. But the familial predisposition can be modified. Unfortunately, it's hard. Why do you think so? Nga abudlay, i-change ang familial predisposition. Just imagine you were born like that. You were raised like that. You were fed like that all your life. And then all of the sudden, mahambal, that's not good for you. Then you've got to change. Everything is hardwired already in the brain. There's what we call, there are neurologic pathways already that's in the brain. Nga pag nakita mo na klase nga food, nakita mo na klase nga activity, it's normal for you to get indulged into it and take it, freely because amo na inadakan mo. But for you to change it, then you have to train your brain again. That's why nabali Pastor Buki kaina. May mga kabataan nga when they are in front of the table, may chicken, they will not really eat the chicken, they will eat the vegetable. Why do you think so? They never tried chicken all their life. And when they tried eating chicken, malangsa na para sa ila. When they eat fish, it's too much for them, Because from birth, maybe, amo na nang gin-feed sa ila. And the mom, actually, nga ga-breastfeed. Kung ga-breastfeed ang mom, kag ang mom niya plant-based, pakaunon mo na yung karne yung bata, hindi na siya, kaya hindi nakabalos ang sabor. No? But if the mom is actually carnivorous, sweet eater, all of these things, then the kids, they know how it tastes already because it's in the breast milk, So our decisions, everyday decision is not 100% ours actually. So don't blame yourself too much. Don't be too hard on yourself. Why? Because our decisions are partly and a large portion of that decision is because of the environment where we're at. So it's called the choice architecture. Have you heard about that? Abi yung architecture sa sa buildings lang. We have such a thing as choice architecture and environmental nudges. So when you say choice architecture, my choice for my lunch today will really depend where I'm at. Kamo way kamo choice kay ang lunch nga serve sa imo amo na. So will the environment determine the choice you had? Of course. But the thing is, the healthy choice is not the easy choice. But when you go to the blue zones, for example, let's say you put your shoes on those Icarian people. The Iki, no? They're called the Ikis. So, sa Icaria, Greece, when you live there, well, their environment, ining mga blue zones, these are people who are living long, di ba? No, edad sila, dugay, and then they don't actually have so much issues on their health. But may I ask, gintuyo na nila? Do you really think they really intend to be that way? They forgot to die? Pila na edad nila, buhi man sila gyapon? Ha? They don't even know they're doing something to make them live long. But just because they were born in that environment that's actually conducive for you to live long, then laba ila lifespan. But well, we're Filipinos. We live in the city. According to the statistics, average age of death for Filipinos is 62. So if that is 62, average. Look at your family background, pila edad nagkalamata yung mga family members mo, and look at your lifestyle right now. What's your current condition right now? How long can your kidneys stand your condition? How long can your heart, your blood vessels, or your liver can stand your condition? But remember, the number one killer disease, if you look at here, is heart disease. They will not give you symptom that will really make you alarmed, you know, and I have to change my lifestyle. Unless you have the ischemia already, nga daw nagpinot, gidughan mo, daw hindi ka ginhawa, nahadlok ka. Well, I would see a lot of patients like that would tell me, I almost died. So I almost died, I want to change my lifestyle. So now they're changing their lifestyle. They feel better again, then they go back to the same lifestyle again. You know, so that's why it's hard because we're changing a behavior. But remember, looking at this, that's 2022. So you will see that's ischemic heart disease, cardiovascular disease, and then neoplasm, and then diabetes. Pero kung tanawon mo, who among those who died of heart disease actually have diabetes? Who among those who died of stroke actually had diabetes? Nga nag-stroke sila kay tungod sa diabetes nila. Nga nag-heart attack sila because of their diabetes. So when you're diabetic, you can control your blood sugar. Just imagine a blood nga sticky. Lapuyot bala, no? Because the sugar is there. The fat is there. So we call it the lipemic blood. That if you want to put it in a test tube, you will see the difference. Makita mo ginaya, ari diri ang blood, sa taas nandun yung fat. So we call it the lipemic blood. Plus, a blood full of sugar. Okay? So just imagine your cells bathing, no? Galigo sila sa amon ang condition. So that's why our blood vessels are prone to rupture. They can go aneurysm, you know. We can have stroke, so on and so forth. But the good news is these are all modifiable lifestyle factors. You can do something about it. While we can do something about it, that's one of the hardest because it's your choice that's going to determine your condition. So again, I said earlier, it's not easy to change a behavior. It will never happen overnight. Do you believe in that? Nakatry na ka mo change ang isa lang gid, bisan isa lang ka behavior. Hindi nagig ko magsingal. You'll realize pa 24 hours na ningal ka na naman. Hindi nagig ko magkaon sang amo ni amo to. No? After 2 days nagkaon ka na naman. No? Gamayon ko nagid akon kaon nga amo ni amo to. After a day, ara na naman. Ma-exercise na gid ko gin-prepare niya na iya nga tennis shoes. Pila na kasi mana, aram gyapon ng tennis shoes. So, man gyapon natandog ang iya nga tennis shoes. We call these people chronic contemplators. You know, there are different stages of behavior change. Mga magka-behavior change, pre-contemplation, that means you do not know you're doing something wrong. Why ginisali kabalo nga mag-inom sang soft drink makakontribute sa high blood sugar? Okay? Why ginisali kabalo nga sige gamit sang coconut oil, palm oil can increase saturated fat and increase cholesterol in the blood. Why nis lang chindi? Why sila kabalo? These are the pre-contemplators. But once you do the lecture, you give them the information, they will contemplate. Oh, law, ay gli na. Sige, dapat amo ni obrahon ko. Amo ni obrahon ko. So they are contemplating to lose weight. They are contemplating to eat lesser calories. They're contemplating not to use oil. They're contemplating not to eat ice cream, chocolates anymore. But then they find themselves eating the same thing over and over again. We call them the chronic contemplators. Dugay na siya contemplate mag-exercise, no? Dugay na ni siya contemplate nga mo ni himuon, but it's not happening. So, that's why our goal here, well, if you want to do this in churches, even us, physicians, our goal here is to help our patients move from one stage to the next. Amuma lang na. Because they're the only ones who can help themselves. No matter how you give them medicine, no matter how we give them, their maintenance medication, no matter how good the lifestyle program you give your patient, if you do not help them change their mindset and their behavior, wala gini a success ang lifestyle program nga ihatag mo. And the good thing is they have to find their own whys. Because bisan ano ka kanami nga coach, when you coach a patient, when they don't find their own why, they don't find their own purpose why they're doing this, it will not be successful. Especially if ang influence is external motivation. When you say external motivation, I'm doing this because my wife is nagging at me already. O ginahimo ko nagisige ko kasi ta sa asawa ko nga amo ni. No? Hindi ilang balang hindi nga halin gid sa iya. Now I'll tell you one case. So this is a case of one of the mayors here in Iloilo province. Dako-dako gina siya, he's class 3 obese. When you say class 3 obese, hindi na siya kayigo sa amo ni nga chair, not even that chair, So, dako gid siya. And then his family, lahat sila malalaki, And then his best friend is also a mayor of another municipality, tupad niya lang gina. Well, during the process of consultation, he would tell me, Dok, gapanumdong gid ko mag-lose weight, kikabalo ka akong race. Well, he will explain to me things that he already knew. But he's chronically contemplating. And I just told him, Mayor, you just have to find your why. Why do you want to lose weight? Because I want to see my grandchildren. Tigaling kayo mga kabataan mo, Mayor, bata pa man. Hindi pa man na sila mamana. So, hindi na siya doable. Hindi siya smart goal. Kay dugay pa na siya. In your mind, bahambal ka, bata pa man sila, wala pa man to. No? But then, what happened one day, ang iyang best friend, nga mayor man sa piyakang municipality, had an heart attack. And he died. They eat the same thing. They make fun of the same thing. They work on the same industry. They have the same level of stress. They drink together for success. They drink together for whatever, And that was the trigger. So he went back to me. He said, Doc, himuon ko na gid ni. Kabalo ko ako sunod. Kung natabo na sa iya, lalo na ko kay buot pagid to siya compare sa akon. And so he said, I have to do this. And so I gave him a program. Well, to cut long story short, one day, I met him sa airport. And I didn't recognize him at all. So wala ko siya nakita for 3 months because I was away. I was out of the country. Pagbalik ko gidara ko sa airport, ga-check-in ko to Iloilo. Ara siya sa piyak. So nag-greet siya sa ako niya, ay, Doc. So in my mind, hi, sir. So you know the stare, ngaway ka kabalo kung sino na-meet mo. Is this your patient? Is this your whoever? Pasyente mo ba? Estudyante ba? Or sa diin mo nga associate? Because he's totally different person already. So he told me, why kagid kakilala sa akon, Dok, no? Paghambal niya na sa amo na nga language, oh, is that you? He's already wearing, Dok, nga akon nga, ang waistline niya nga ginawear nga, kay hindi naman siya matangkad kasi, So, he's wearing 27 waistline. 27, sir. Nakatakin. Nakamaong. Naka-t-shirt. May sling bag. He looks so young compared to what he was 3 months prior. And then I said, wow. Because he found the why. He found the trigger. Now he feel better because he can run fast. Gadalaga na siya, So just imagine he lose like 2/3 of himself. You've been carrying those 2/3 of weight every day. Maglakat-lakat ka, mahigda ka, mapungko ka, mamuson ka, mangihi ka. You carry all those weights. You see, now, mas lighter siya. You just have to find the why. So as coaches, eventually, when you want somebody to change a behavior, it's not you, It's you just have to help them figure out. Ikaw yaya mabulig ka lang sa ila, but it's really them, It's gonna do the change. So here, I'll tell you that Lifestyle intervention is actually, kung makita nyo the American Academy of Family Physicians, they published this paper. This is free. You can search this in the internet. That's free. Pwede nyo ma-download. That's a really good material for the pillars of lifestyle medicine. But we'll be focusing on nutrition, okay? Because you want the topic on culinary medicine. Why is it so popular this time? In 2014, before I even decided to go into lifestyle medicine, it was culinary medicine first that I heard about. And I started in culinary medicine. I am a frustrated chef. I didn't know I'll become a chef while in medicine. So when I heard about culinary medicine, I was really excited. And so I joined the course, I took the course, and then it was 2014, hindi pa mo nakano ng lifestyle intervention. The school where I went at, this is in New York, 12th Street, they closed. The Natural Gourmet Institute. They closed. Nag-untat sila. I just took the course in LA. That was the last course. I didn't realize last course na nila gali ito. And then nadula sila. And then there came another school, and then I went there. And in 2016, I brought culinary medicine here, and then we started integrating this into different curriculum. Now, the Philippine Medical Association wanted to include this in the medical curriculum already. So that means tanan nga doktor dapat may competency in culinary medicine. So I thought to myself, really? We don't even know how to cook, you know? Well, I don't know. We have to do the research. Pila ka porsyento sa mga doktor ang nagaluto. Or ang somehow may talent or may interest to cook. Well, you cannot tell your patients this is how you prepare food when you don't actually prepare it yourself. So it's hard. So in nutrition, we included another competency, which is culinary medicine. So basically, we know that nutrition is not included. It should be included in medical curriculum, but it was not given enough information. This is not only in the Philippines, but global. There's global deficiency in terms of nutrition. So you do not expect your doctors to talk about nutrition. Kiti hindi kami competent dira. Kaya wala na include sa board exam namon. Ang balana namon sa nutrition is vitamin C deficiency, which is scurvy. May vitamin B deficiency, may berry-berry. So, hasta lang kami dira. But in terms of nutrition prescription, we leave it to the nutritionist and dietitian. They know what they're doing. So, one time, this is somewhere in 2000, early in 2000, may mga chef, doctors, they met together. And then they said, how can we make this nutrition prescription doable so that somehow ang prescription nga ginahatag ta sa patient can be translated into their kitchen and finally sa table nila. Because if I will give you a nutrition prescription, I doubt it. Paano mo na ibutang sa table mo? Paano mo na siya i-prepare? Have you been through nutrition counseling? If you've been through nutrition counseling, they will give you meal plan. And then malingin pa ulo mo paano mo na siya i-translate. Okay? Paano gina siyang amo ng kaunon mo. And then mostly, nutrition prescriptions are very restrictive. So that means restrictive meaning, pwede ko niya kaunon how, wala na bilin. And then, kisa mahambal man sila, doon tsura. Ang sabor sa ginakaon ko, do papel man ang sabor. No? Ano man ang gluten man, do papel man ang sabor niya. Or ganit niya, ang soy-based nga mga product, man daw may do karton ang sabor ng rinambal nila. Now, the thing is, how do you make the food attractive so that it should be, you eat with your eyes first no? You notice in the television, bisan sa gina-scroll nyo sa cellphone nyo, makakita lang ka mo gani isang daw kanami, isang tsura, bisa way kanakabalo ko na nung sabor niya sina, basta gin-present sang amo na, and then ang tsura ya kanami-nami, gidugi-dugi, magwa, tabala, makaon kita. Because you're eating with your eyes first, and then eventually you will look for that taste. That's gastronomy. That's how it works. You already have that neurological pathway in your brain. They will be ignited, and then your taste buds, kita mo galaway-laway ka na, mangita ka na, i-on mo, mo na imo nga salakyan, malakat ka na kag mangita. You see how powerful it is? Those are stimulus. Okay? Now, how will you make healthier versions of food palatable, deliciously prepared, and so that your brain will look for it more and more? Remember, there are many different tastes that you have to take care of. You have sweet, sour, salty. Don't forget about the umami. There's bitter taste, right? Bitter taste is not friendly to everyone. Usually, pag may bitter taste, hindi namian. But the umami taste, that's the savory taste. Di ba magkaon ka sa potato chips, for example? There's always umami taste. There's always savory taste in there. That when you taste that food, you cannot help but finish the entire thing. Hindi pwede isa lang. Kaya nyo? Sige, open ka potato chips and then eat just one. Have you tried? No. Why do you think so? Because the umami taste that comes from the potato chips has reached your brain, the reward system of the brain. Usually the dopamine goes up. So when the reward system of the brain is ignited, you will look for more. And that's also what it does with chocolates, with sweets, you know. So there is a real thing in terms of food addiction. Okay? So it's not only coffee, it's not only other things, but there's such thing as food addiction. Now, how can we make healthy foods addictive? Gusto ta ang healthy food, mas gamay ang calories na. Pag whole balaan ng food, you cannot overeat, kidasig kaya mapuno. But how can you make a person look for it every time? So that's the goal of culinary medicine. Why na ta sinang tapos na ang era sang do not eat this, do not eat that, you know, only eat this and only eat that. That's not working at all. It may work initially, but long term, wala. Makita mo mabalik man agyapon, yo-yo effect lang, no? But then what we want is for them to somehow transition, okay? Sige. So that's what culinary medicine is all about. So now our goal is to actually introduce this into many industries. Now when you know about culinary medicine, somehow you become proactive. You do not only react with the situation. Look at this. This is the healthcare team. You see the doctor, no? May psychiatrist dira, may psychologist dira, you know, may health coach. And then the new part of the team is actually, sino na? The chef. We need a chef in any lifestyle program you create, in any event you create. And this is what I noticed. My patients are only waiting for the cooking session. Tulukon lang nilang oras, kay kabalo sila cooking session na dugay-dugay. Sometimes they don't care about the lecture anymore. Pag-abot sa food, pertigid ang smile nila. No? Kay gahulat-hulat gid sila. People loves to eat, you see? So that's why I will not show you this video anymore. So this is the teaching kitchen. That's me and that's Leia Saris. Together with me there are all physicians. Iblay-lay na sila ng mga specialization. But we're all in the teaching kitchen. That's how the teaching kitchen should look like. Okay? You have to get your hands dirty. You have to try to cook. Pastor, why ganyan pulos kung di mo lutuon? Tulukon lang nila, gaan mo sila ingredients, gaan mo sila sa menu. Pagbalik sa balay na nila i-try. But when you demonstrate here and let them prepare it, mo malang nigali siya kahapos. And then they taste it, they try it, ubrahon na nila sa balay. Okay? Well, that's what you call, you stimulate all the senses to do it. So from that teaching kitchen, that's the Gold Ring School of Culinary Medicine, that's in New Orleans. Well, we brought culinary medicine in the Philippines. So I think one of the beneficiaries of this is the West Visayan Conference. I think nalipat ko kung ano ni siya ng mga years. So other students here are from Adventist Medical Center. We also did this in school, you know. So kinimo umay namon sa school because we believe in inculturation of optimal lifestyle to children. So I'm just hoping nga aton mga eskwelahan somehow, you know, mag-transition sa amo ni. Kasi DepEd start na sila transition, you know. Actually I was a bit confused. Kay kabalo ka ang mga kabataan ko sa balay, halos hindi ko napakaunon sang chips. Hindi ko magusto sila magmanol. So in a week, patilaw-tilawon mo sila. But that's it. But when they went to the boarding school, pagsugat ko silang, ginauyatan nila puro chips. Diin inaahalin sa store. So now but when you teach the taste buds of the children, amo na. So naguna-huna ako bala, well, I raised my kids since gamay hasta nga nag-high school. Nag-high school na, kabalo na hinuon, magkaon amo ni. Siyempre, wala ka dito. Taran nga friends nila mo na nakaon sila man. And then siguro think sila, oh, why am I not allowed to eat like this for so long? Ang iban nga bata, pwede man. And I would see them hiding it from me already. Ay, nako. Well, what can we do? No? Padalaan mo sang healthier nga i-exchange gali dito sa piyak nga room. Because it's available in school. May outsider pa. And they're telling me, Mommy, did you know there's a parent? They will sell it in school. They will hide it. So mag-order ka lang na dito. Well, going back to the topic of obesity. If you can, whenever possible, never lose your waistline, period. Okay? So it's always the waist and hip ratio that's important. Lalaki ka man or babae. The risk for chronic conditions increases once the visceral fat increases. It's not the fat here sa imong arms, sa imong leg. It's in the abdomen. The fat that's surrounding your organs, the visceral fat, because it increases chronic low-grade inflammation. Well, regardless of what literature you will read, it will tell you that the higher the adiposity, the fatter you get, the higher the risk. Now, the younger you are, that you tend to be overweight and you tend to be obese, the more the risk of developing non-communicable diseases early on. So our target somehow, siguro pastor himuon ta dire, hindi lang na siya technology, dapat technology's implementation. Then maybe somehow you have your own assessment here after this para ma-diagnose ta kag ma-assess ta nga aton nga participants who will fall to this, to that. Ano imo goal? So that when you meet next time, may outcome-based bala ang aton nga program. Because it's hard sometimes if you repeat one program, repeat mo naman sunod. What's your evaluation? Ano natabo dito sa first batch? What had happened? No? So na-miss kung outcome-based. So it's the same thing in churches. That's what you can do. Pwede nyo na mahimo. There's a website, culinarymedicine.org. There are a lot of resources there and free materials. May free course na sa culinary medicine, may free recipes there, may free materials pagid nga pwede nyo gamiton. Just see if you can use it in your churches. No? Siguro pwede nyo i-print or whatever you can do. So again, overweight and obesity are responsible for what? 2/3 of the number of deaths worldwide. Malnutrition is not only undernutrition, but obesity and overweight is included. Okay, another thing, and please take note of this. Now we know that there is a social transmission of obesity. Hindi siya communicable disease, but it can be transmitted socially. Now, if you live with an overweight person, manotice mo nanotice nyo sa balay, kung may ikang nanay, especially magsugod sa nanay, tapos sa tatay, tanan nga bata man dayon. In the US ba? Kasi in the US, sabi, 1:2, either overweight or obese. So, makita mo ginayang difference kung magpuli ka sa Pilipinas, gagmay kita ya. Dito, paano kay dire? Let's say, for example, you go to McDonald's. I remember when I was in medical school, ang akon nga pinaka-comfort food, ang sundae. Sundae tawag sina? Whatever. Ice cream nga, puti nga may chocolate sa babaw. Sundae, chocolate sundae. Sige. So, sa guwas ng doctors, hospital, may McDonald's nga nag-open. So, intern ako, postgraduate internship ako. That has been my comfort food. Kaya nga, pag sa ospital, you're one of the lowest form of animals there. You're always stress. Kigan ka sang imo nga, kigan ka sang consultant mo, damo-damo trabaho mo, no? Magwa ka sa hospital, you don't even know what time is it now. Kis pagwa ko, gani siya, or hapon, or nano ni siya, no? Because of, mga 72 hours ka naga-duty, halos wala na pahuway. You know, the worst lifestyle I ever had was when I was in medical training. Magwa ako na dito sa doctors, masulod ko na yun sa McDonald's, siling ko, amo na akong order. Pag-serve nila sa imo, hindi na mo na ang ara sa picture. Mag-serve sila, ito nga lang, susulod lang. Oo sila, agree sila. So mahambal ko, no, dapat amo ginaya, kaya amo nang ginaano nyo, amo nang gina-advertise nyo. Siling ko, I will pay double, just do it that way. You know? And then, eventually, na-endorse na nila guro sa iba nila balang ang mga staff. O pag si doktora, mabakal, kaduwa na siya mabayad, basta ibutang mo lang sa isa kasuludlan. In the US, it's different. It's unlimited. They will serve you that, kabalo ka mo sang pinakadako, nga nakakita ko sang yung milk tea nga suludlan, all of it Sunday. Ikaw butang sa chocolate mo, pag gusto ko na ibutang mo dara. There's SNR here already. So, kita nyo sa SNR kung kadag ko ang serving. When do you want drinks? Gaan ko na nila baso. Ikaw to pag gusto laklak kung pila ka litro makaya mo. No? It's the same thing there with burgers or all the condiments. They provide you the condiments. They will serve you how foot long the hot dog would be. Ikaw bahala ni pamutang mo dahil ni eat and eat and eat. Well, because food there is highly subsidized. Thanks to the Philippines, it's not that much. Kay kun matabo na puhon dire sa Pilipinas, agoy, ano na lang matabo sa aton. Social transmission of obesity. So, okay, you know the risk factors if you are, if a person is actually, what do you call this, overweight or obese? Well, diet has changed. Food has really changed. People now are eating more and more fat, more and more sugar, more and more cholesterol, more and more salt, less and less fiber, and less of a water. Amo na yung kakatabo sa diet natin, subong. So I'd like to flash this slide again. And please try to see where are you at right now. Din ka muda, subong. Dok, sa subong adlaw, ara kami sa total vegetarian. Ari kami di mo. Or lacto-ovo vegetarian kami subong. Sige, ina-wrote ang question. No? Kaya kung pamangkuton ta, where are you at today? Today, gura mo sa may lacto-ovo. Pero yesterday din. Semi-vegetarian. Dito naman sa manghod-banghod, semi-vegetarian. Sige. So this is according to the Adventist Health Study. Adventist study tanan, ang ari diri sa study, they found out that 48% of Seventh-day Adventists are carnivorous. Away kaso, gali, damo ko 6% are semi-vegetarian. That means, given the chance, they will just really eat veggies, you know? But pag wala lang mapatay ka daw ay kakaunon, you know? Now, 10% pesco-vegetarian, only fish. 28% lacto-ovo, and 8% total vegetarian. Next question. Are you familiar with the blue zone? Again? Are the blue zones vegetarian? Their diet is 90% plant-based. 90% plus plant-based. They eat dairy, they eat meat, they eat fish, they eat seafoods, you know. But the thing is, that's 90%. But silingon, if plato mo na, 90% sinaya, plant-based. Sige be, give me example of Filipino dish. Pamahaw. Hotdog. Kanon. Oh, diin ang 90%. may ang mantika nga gingamit to halin sa coconut oil. Amo lang tong plant-based process pa. Ha? Di nga ni ang ketchup nga ginbutang gin-process, banana ketchup man gila to. So you see? So layo gid kita dito sa blue zone, why chance? Now, this study is telling us that those who are eating more of plant-based have less weight, both for men and women. And in terms of disease risk for diabetes, pinakanubo, hypertension, cholesterol, and heart disease, you will see that it's really those who are eating plants have the lowest risk. We're not telling you to become vegetarian. No. It's hard to tell patient to become vegetarian. I tried that. Once magstorya ka about vegetarianism, ay hindi na siyang balik. Pero once you talk about plant-based diet, once you talk about, do you remember eating vegetables? Masabat na siya, sobra ka man do. Oo eh. So, how much of a vegetable you're eating? None, amo lang na. No? And then they will start, because they recall, then they will start, adding vegetables. It's even better. No? And it's tested and proven that when you do not restrict your patient, just educate them, mas compliant pa sila. Sang sa i-restrict mo, kay kung puro restriction hatag mo, pagbalik niya na sa imo, dok na, subo na gid sa pangabuhi, kuya kay. Pwede na ko kakaon amo ni Dok ho, Well, but if you do not restrict them, just educate them, tudloan mo sila. I tried this with my patient. He really loves to eat donuts. Pila ka donuts makaon mo isa ka. May 7-Eleven sa tupad abis ang eskwelahan. So, everyday may 7-Eleven, everyday ga 7-Eleven, everyday 1 or 2 donuts ang makaon. Then my patient is obese and she's only 17 years old with polycystic ovarian disease, irregular menstruation, with severe dysmenorrhea. Then our goal is to lose weight. So how can I do this? Kaya ang nakaon niya is like that. So I said, did you know that one serving of your donut can give you a lot of calories? 1 meal mo na. So do you think you can lessen your donuts? And then she told me, sige Doc, let's try. Pero hindi ko ka-promise ha, kaya in a week, daw maka 12 donuts just 14. In a week? Bavaria, nang iya nga paborito. And then my favorite, pag daw siya kung sa SM City siya, tag-apat na ako, isa ka sitting ang maubos niya. So she really siling niya lang, I have a sweet tooth, etc. Oh, sige lang, kung may sweet tooth, wait na mahimo ko may sweet tooth. And then siling ko, just work on it, just try working on it, and then let me know. And then, pagbalik niya first week, I said, so how's the donuts? No? After the follow-up, I will just ask, how's the donuts? Oh, Doc, nabuhi na akong kaon sa donut. Every time makita akong donuts, ikaw akong makita. No? Wala ako siya gin-restrict, remember? After 1 month in the program, this is 1 month, I never told him not to eat donuts. After a month, why na siya kakaon donuts? It was her own decision. It was her own self figuring out kung paano niya ma-let go. Okay? And then she told me, Doc, after missing donuts, for 1 week I tried, ngaway ko nagkaon. When I ate again, grabe siya ka-sweet. Nag-headache siya ko because of the sweetness. Hindi ako ma-imagine how can she eat 4 donuts daw in 1 sitting prior. Because our taste buds are changing. Our taste buds are changing. So, question would be, is it really a coronary disease or a culinary disease? So since it's a culinary disease, what do you think we can do? Step 1. Anong step 1? Revisit your kitchen. You have to meet people from where they are. Kay karon hatag kada sang recipe. Why man na sa amon nga recipe man? No? So that's why, for example, paborito gid lutuon sang mga, kami we weren't born Adventist. So my favorite is sinigang na baboy, you know. During my grade school, you know. And even high school ko ara pa because my family tanan na ya both side non-Adventist gina. My favorites pinapaitan, dinuguan, all the lechon. And then pag may sinigang na baboy, talagang pag maanghang pa yan, may patis ng konti. You know? So that's what I love to eat. You know what my father did? Nagkaubra man siya sa sinigang, wala lang baboy. Tanga niya gluten. It doesn't taste like pork. It doesn't taste like pork, but then it's sinigang. It is still sinigang. And then eventually we learned about sinigang na isda. Pwede rin naman pala sinigang na isda. But then I loved eating the sinigang na lang na plain. Kaya ang isda, to me, ano na siya lang, sana siya katama. And so when I got married to a family who are carnivorous their whole life, pag-abot ko sa ilang balay, when I stayed there, I cooked. Nagluto ko sa sinigang man. Siyempre, nga wala sang isda. So, ang father sa ako nga husband, namian siya magkaon. Tawag iya nga bata, Rosalie, di yan ang isda sini. Tinakulbaan ko dahil kaya ako nagluto, wagin man na isda. Pero nagkaon na siya. Namitan na siya na kay maangang-anghang sa luya. I always put luya, you know. And then, eventually nabalaan niya, wala gali isda. Hindi ka na magluto sa sunod, ha? You know. Well, I never taught them how to love eating vegetarian. It's hard, you know, because these are people who lived all their lives eating meat, eating something with blood. Okay? It's the him in the blood that's giving the taste. Pag waay na ang dugo, it will not taste the same. So that's why these are the cravings, and it's hard to go away from that, you know. But eventually, you will learn, no? You will learn. Well, may husband na, wala siya choice eh. Kung ano nga sa pagkaon sa balay, tiyan mo na. So you know what they eat when you're around, but when they're not around, you wouldn't know what they're eating. Okay, so that's why you just have to help them and instill that to them. I asked you already, step 1 is revisit your kitchen. Whatever is in the kitchen, believe me, amo ginakaunon mo ya. Ha? Kadto ka sa grocery store, manindahan ka, reserve ko lang ni, pahok, familiar, gina sa dulunggan ko. Hindi ko ni pagkaunon, ano lang. Dira na siya. You're giving yourself proficiency to fail. Ha? Ang noodles, ano lang na, emergency lang na. Before you know it, man-emergency, ginluto mo na. So you have to work on your pantry. O wala gani ko pantry. Let's call it cabinet. Kung wala ka o basket. O ano butang mo da. Okay. Sino dire nga ang mga kitchen may beans? Beans. Brown beans. White beans. Munggo. Kidney beans bala? Good. Who among you here are cooking beans every day? Nga agin pamangkot ko na, kaya ang beans, ginbuk-buk na. Nagbakal munggo, ginbuk-buk na ang beans. You can eat, actually we have to eat beans every day. Paano arthritis, Doc? That's a myth. That's a myth. And it's funny because, you know, sa tanan nga nakadtuan ko nga mga conferences, nag-raise gid ako sang kamot ko basta may topic na on beans because I wanted to validate if the belief of Filipinos have basis. Base may ara ako na miss nga mga literature nga way ko nabasa. So I would ask speakers, is there any correlation between gouty arthritis attack and beans? And then they will tell me, where did you hear about that? I haven't came across any literature talking about it. It's only Filipinos. Nga pero may ginapasibangdan ang beans kung mag-arthritis. Kay man ang isahog uga. Butangan nila sang balingon. Ang balingon, anchovies has the highest uric acid byproduct. Hindi yang munggo. Di gani ang ginasubak. Well, kung hindi Adventist ang ginasubak, pasayan nga gagmay. Tagas-tagas ni sila yung uric acid byproduct. Remember, you're not eating uric acid from food. You do not eat uric acid. Uric acid is a byproduct of purine. Meaning, ang naging kaon mo, taas purine, that's why nag-produce uric acid ang lawas mo. And remember, uric acid is an antioxidant. That's why it's preserved by your body. Kasi antioxidant siya, but then you're eating too much from external sources. Your body's producing its own. It's just like cholesterol. We don't need cholesterol from external sources because our body is producing, literally many organs of our body are producing its own cholesterol. But then, ang aton nga external intake, galalapaw sang sa internal production ng cholesterol mo. And so it end up that this cholesterol are being stored in our blood vessels, so much so that even at age 10 years old, you will see nga may fatty streaks na ang mga ugat sining mga kabataan nga ni. So all of us here, because we are over 10 years old, except sa mga kids diri, tanan kita may atherosclerosis. So I'm not saying here to prevent heart disease, but I'm saying prevent heart attack. Why? Because all of us have atherosclerosis somehow. If we only have money to check kung ano na ang lesion sa aton nga blood vessels, then we will see. During adolescence, kag youth, nagaprogress na siya, nagasaka. At 34 years old, makita mo nga ara na da siya. Even in this study, 11-year-old children, they said, dapat panubuon gid ang cholesterol sa mga kabataan. When? Saan o daw sugura ng prevention? Pasa nyo na? Ara o, lapsag pa lang. Dira pa lang i-prevent mo na ang cholesterol. So atherosclerosis lesion, they begin in childhood so that at age 20, amo na ng blood vessel mo, when you turn 40 years old, it's ready to kill us. So we're like walking time bomb. Anytime pwede ka mag-heart attack. So when it hits your heart, it's called infarction. Kung sa brain stroke, kung sa tiil mga blood vessel, gangrene, or it could be aneurysm. Now, in medical science right now, the only way to reverse this condition or reopen the blood vessel is through lifestyle intervention. Why? We have to decrease the cholesterol below 150, minimum of 12 months. 12 months. But nga nasubo ko, isa mo lang kakaon sang Sunday. Why gani 24 hours? Ara na dahil niya, kasi ang Sunday is made of fat and sugar. Combination man lang na isang fat and sugar. Had I known that before, bao namin ito kaon ko sa una. I don't know how many times a day ako gakaon because it will refresh me a lot. That's why when I took the board exam, galingin ulo ko. I had vertigo when I was taking the board exam. Saling ko, Lord, papasara lang ko ni. Kaya grabe, galingin ulo mo, gatake ka boards. You know, I'm under meds, nakastudyeron. Ako patulugo niya ka na patuyuhon ka, gagrugi ka, gatake ka boards, you know. And then I realized I had atherosclerosis in my brain, in the main blood vessels sa akong utok mismo. And so I said, my family history ko, may ara dira sa sulod. Kung di pag ko mag-change ng lifestyle, ano na lang, basta ko labot 40. I was only 36 then, no, when I was diagnosed with that disease. I already have heart problem. I was born with heart problem. Born to a mom with a heart problem, with a good family history of heart disease. So in my mind, I'm not gonna live that long. That's why I became so obsessed. Paano mabuhi dugay man? No? Looking at those history, well, we cannot do anything otherwise. Wala kang mata sa sulod. Just have faith in the Lord and just do your part, right? So definitely, nutrition is the aid for cardiovascular disease. You have to achieve optimal weight for this. Tanan nga recommendation, this is the American Heart Association is saying, plant-based diet are associated with the lower risk of incidence of cardiovascular disease, mortality, and all-cause mortality. Bisan ano pa ng cause sang death. Once ara ka sa plant-based diet, mas malower. General rule na lang gina siya. No? Plant-based diet is different from vegetarian or vegan diet. So plant-based diet as defined by the American College of Lifestyle Medicine is about 90 to 95% plant-based and 5 to 10% animal-based. But the goal here is not only saying plant-based but whole food. The less processed food, much better. Damo-damo na meat substitute subong. Beyond Meat is there, mga burgers, vegan man na tanan, okay? But then it's full of saturated fats, the risk is still there, okay? So, second step, after revisiting your pantry, then you have to learn how and what to buy from the market. Ikaw na yung mo baklon, amo man ang store mo then plan ahead kung ano iserve mo sa kaugalingon mo. Now, why am I telling you this? Let's go forward. Because we wanted to get rid of this kind of plate. Di ng 90% May reverse, no? At syara lang kayo. Why man na yung ginakao ng pipino? Nabutang design lang na So, well, I have to talk about this. I still have a few minutes. Sige. What the evidence is saying, is a calorie a calorie? Oh, calorie halin sa carrots, kag calorie halin sa Coke. Pareho? Pareho? Why? Because Coca-Cola, actually, nag-interest sila sa debate on obesity. Lakas na loob nila, no? Because they said we have Diet Coke, and the calorie you took from your carrots is just the same calorie you took from Coke. What's the point? So why problema dira? So what we did is, in study overconsumption of calories from carrots would be no different from overconsumption of soda. Amo na ilang nga debate. O, pareho? Ang calories sa Coke kag calories sa carrots, pareho? The answer is yes. Pareho ng calorie. But the question is, ubuson mo na? Ang Coke, isa mo lang inom, pila ka minutes? I don't know. See? Average eating rate, gamay-gamay na kaon mo sang carrots in terms of calorie, ubos mo na to yung calories ang Coke. Yes, a calorie is a calorie, but can you finish 5 cups of carrots? No, sakit na yung panga mo. Masakit na sa panga yan. That's hard. No? So that means it's hard. You can hardly overeat whole food. That's the thing. Kaya hindi ako nagpapakalculate ng calorie in terms of nutrition prescription. But just simple principle. When you eat whole food, when it's not processed, you can hardly overeat. You can eat as much. Gamay-gamay gilang ng calorie makaon mo. No? Kaya usually, gaka-frustrate ng pasyente, hindi ko kayo hindi kung pila ka calorie na, no, don't calculate. That's not sustainable. Mas stress ka na yan kasi gira-calculate ang calorie ng mo. Simple principle. Now, take a look at this and memorize this. That's how simple. Okay? What is 500 calories in your stomach? When it comes from oil, tigamay-gamay pa lang nakaon mo, 500 calories na. Where do you find oil? Oil and fats. Where do you find that? Ice cream. Ano pa? Cream. Salads. Mango float. Cheese. See, 500 calories, amo pa lang na. Hindi ka pa nabusog. How about meat? But how about whole foods? You see, puno-puno na tiyan mo. 500 calories lang gali na kaon mo. See? Count ka pa? You don't need to count. But here, be careful because depende sa dressing nga ginbutang mo. Okay? Now, you will see the 3 pounds of food in terms of calories. Ang pinakanubo, ang mga whole foods. Ang mga processed, silang pinakadamo. Okay? So here, ano pinakadamo? Of course, the more fat you put, the more calorie you'll get. Isa ka tablespoon, isa ka kutsara sang mantika. That's a lot. That's 15 ml already. And 1 gram of fat is equivalent to 9 calories. 1 gram of protein and 1 gram of carbohydrates is only 4 calories. Yeah, little difference. So when you eat your salad, this was the study conducted. What they did was, ginpakaon nilang ang mga tao sa study pasta, but they served the salad first before sila ginpakaon pasta. They realized nga ang calorie nga nakaon nila nubo. So we call this the preloading, negative calorie preloading. Pakanon mo anay siya sang fibrous nga food before siya magkaon pasta, they still got to enjoy the pasta. Amo man sa patient, they still got to enjoy their chicken, they still got to enjoy whatever food. Just let them eat the healthier food first. Okay? So that's what happened. Nagnubo ang calorie nga na-take nila. But then, if this salad dressing is oil-based, mas nagtaas pagid gani ang calorie ng kaon nila. So, for preloading of calories, it should be below 100 calories per serving, and this is not applied to bread. Hindi siling kaon ko wala na bread, antes ko magkaon, kanon para gamay lang ako makaon, no. Because your bread can be 300 to 600 calories per serving. So this is applicable negative preloading, meaning less than 100 calories per cup. So that should come from fresh fruits, mostly vegetables. Soup can also do that. So kung may pagkaon, unaha bala ang fruits, unaha ang veggies, or unaha ang soup. Okay? Boundary gid ta maano kay may mga principles kita, hindi ka mag-inom sang tubig antes ka magkaon. Don't eat your fruits and vegetables together with your meal. Tapos gid. Lainon ta naman ang topic, pastor. Lainon na siya. Nga topic ta. So again, we have to correlate everything, So water consumption, again, you have to remember that thirst is always misinterpreted by the brain as hunger. Again, thirst is always misinterpreted as hunger. So when you're hungry, you drink water first. So if it's not resolved, then that's the time you pick a fruit and eat. Resolved na dayon. Okay? But imni anay sang water. Alright? So that's what we call the pre-loading. So when you want to lose some weight, your stomach can only, I'm not sure if the slide is here. Oh, sorry, it's not here. When you eat, your stomach can only accommodate about 4 cups per meal. 4 katasa. Ang iban maka-accommodate 5 to 6. Pero at 4 cups, that should be your fullness already. Pag more than 4 cups makaon mo, tanan na nga food ha, after 20 minutes, patsagan mo sa, naging dumabusdik na tiyan mo sa dako-dako. Remember, ang signal abi of fullness is about 20 minutes delayed. That's what they said. That's why the principle of the Okinawans, taga Japan, one of the blue zones, they only eat up to 80% fullness. What's the basis? Because after 20 minutes, mabatsagan na nila, nga puno na tiyan nila, full na sila. Kitaya lain kung hindi mabatsagan nga do taga dire. Taga dire ang pagkaon nanti sila ma-stop. Do sakit-sakit na dahil nila nga tiyan after, okay? So, well, the goal here is to transition. I'd like to put this last slide here. Transition from, maybe, anong klase plate mayara ka? Well, this plate, just to let you know that evidences are telling you that increases risk for chronic conditions. So for as long as you're eating this kind of plates, tiyan mo ng risk mo sa dalom. Kung namo to nga plate, then it decreases your risk for chronic condition. So our goal is to transition. How do you transition? Aim for the best plate each time. Why na tagastoryahanay kung ano kaunon ko sa bilog nga semana? Look at your plate. When you eat, put everything on your plate. Ang sa Chinese, balan gamay-gamay. Gamay ba lang platito? Tapos serve gamay. Uy, ka nakabalo ang totality kung ano na nakaon mo. So, Pilipino man kita, sa isa ka plato, ibutang nadatanan kung ano kaunon mo. And then look at the plate. Evaluate the plate. Diba? And then you will see somehow, okay, this is enough. Pila ka porsyento ni ang plant-based diri. Di ng prutas, di ng gulay, di ng protein ko, din kung nga carbohydrates, may fibrous ba lang ang carbohydrates na kaon ko, kay puti man lang ni akong kanon. Kay white akon kanon, ano ang replenish ang fiber nga wala ako nakaon because of the rice, you know. You talk to yourself when you eat mindfully. Maghambal ta nga eat mindfully, that means you are mindful of the taste, mindful of the quantity, hindi kay mindful kung ano pang nabilin. Po kasabad, amo ginapermi no? Gakaon bala, pagtapos timo, ga-preparar dayon, katulok pa dayon, may bilin pa. Well, this is culture in Filipinos. When you go to the community, they will laugh, kaya amo ginaiya. No, in the community, amo gina siya. Well, that's also part of the culture. So, in your churches, when you have this kind of infographics, iyan siya sa American College of Lifestyle Medicine pastor. Pero ang tao ba lang mga food nga rada, amo na nakaon sa Pilipino, ah? Correct? So I believe, kung na itong churches, may amo ni ba lang nga figure ho? Sagwa, o din ako dari subong man. Kada kadto sa simbahan, bala, do amo na naman nga plato nga akong subong nga simana. Oh, no, ma-remind somehow bala, baw, amo gini akong plate subong nga week. That's already a motivation. Okay? Because from there on, you can already somehow, figure out kung anong mangin goal mo. There's no perfection. Never aim for perfection, because what our goal here is to have progression. You progress from that kind of plate, somehow, amat-amat. Hindi ka mag-aim sa perfection because there's no such thing as perfect diet. Otherwise, ma-stress out ka. Lastly, I want to share experience of a patient. Ining a patient, she's a school head, principal. So, she's a kind of person, type A personality. Magambal ka nga type A, gusto niya sina in order. Gusto niya sina systematic. Gusto niya sina organized. So, when I told her, nga amuning namin nga diet sa iya, idan gina, ng Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, pre-pack yan na, etc. And then when she came back to me, she's not happy. So she told me, Duk, nagutom ako permi. Pagkatapos pa niya, look at may preparation balas ang ginakaon niya. Ang calories, niya mo man ikiginididan niya tanan. And then she told me nga, 1 month pa lang, doon na stress na ko. And then I went back to the recommendation I gave her. So I told her, I never gave you calorie counting. I just told you, you transition as much as you can. No? Never mind about the calorie counting. Look at your plate. Ang plato mo gidang lantawan mo. If somehow lapit kasi ni nga plato, then you'll be happy. And then I gave her this figure. Gin-save niya sa iyang cellphone. Kabalo ka gin-print niya. Ginbutang niya sa tubangan sa ref niya. Ginpilit niya. And then every time, malipay gidaw siya ko, no? Kay every time makita niya yung kaon ng ari ko, sa green subong. You see, it's more motivating. When she came back to me, she told me, why na kuya kabalo doktora ko na itong mga calorie ging kaon ko. But she lose a lot of weight. And she's happier doing it because nakita ay ari di siya somehow sa green. Kis adok sa orange ko, pero at least wala ako sa red. You see, it's good because it's an internal motivation. Okay? So I wish I would have more time with you, but then nang limitado gid ang panahon, and I believe may mga activities pa kamo nga next nga obrahon sini. Did you know nga tomorrow I will have visitors that are tanan ni sila lifestyle medicine physicians, no? Ang iban lifestyle medicine coaches. So they will have their immersion program dito sa La Paz. That's why when this schedule was tawag diri sang ginastudyohan ni nga siling ko ba kung kabalo lang ta early on, no, nga natunong ang mga schedule, you will have the chance to be evaluated by these doctors, no? So that means ma-assess nila kamo, ma-try nyo somehow kung paano. Lain bala ng lifestyle assessment, you will see where you're at, no? Kay once na-assess mo self mo, automatic gagwa, amo nigli ako nga situation karon. So somehow ma-remind ka, no, nga may improve ako gali. But sige, later on siguro we'll see what we can do about that. But anyway, may other activity mo kamo later on, and I hope you will learn further. Again, there are many good resources you can find online. But please, look for evidence-based, hindi lang opinion. And don't be confused. Damo sa information like low carb, very low carbohydrate diet, ketogenic diet, no? May mga information about fasting. Then you have to consult, healthcare provider if you want to engage sa amo na klase ng mga dietary intervention. All right, lastly, I wanna emphasize, this is how we prescribe leafy green vegetables. Consume 2 to 3 cups per day for 30 days. When I want to give a negative prescription, cheese, decrease to 1 serving per week for 12 weeks, for 3 months. Maintindihan, hindi? Yeah, maintindihan. Is it hard? But you have to let the patients know how much is a serving. Dapat itudlo mo anong 1 cup, anong 1/2 cup, anong 2 slices. So again, lifestyle intervention, lifestyle-related diseases can be healed by lifestyle intervention. Waay, sang bulong nga makapauntat sinang baba magkaon. Wala gid. Waay, sang bulong lakat sinang tiil para mag-walking dito kag magdalagan. It's really behavior, it's in the mindset. Good news again, unhealthy diet is always modifiable risk factor. So that means you can do something about it. And so, visit the website. Here's the website, culinarymd.org. You can find good resources there. Okay? Kadto ko mo dito sa free resources. Sa free resources, may free course. Damo to webinars nga nagming materials nga pwede nyo magamit. Kung kapatuyo ka mo kung kisabala, i-play nyo lang damo na sa mga diabetes, cancer, lain-lain nga mga conditions nga pwede nyo nga i-visit somehow. Kung gusto nyo muna i-lecture sa church nyo, tipamatian nyo na yung lecture and then get the material. Technology is so easy right now. Do the screenshot, may material ka na dayon. No? Tapos lang. Okay, dito sa free course, damo ang nice pagid nga materials dito about rice, about fats. No, i-print nyo lang. Where you get saturated fat, where do you get cholesterol, basic things in culinary medicine. So I hope you learned something from your activities, and God bless everyone.
Actually, Doc, daw hawiran ka ginamon, no? But then, may ara pa man nga dapat kid nga himuon si Doc Michelle. Sino sa inyo ang na-blessed? Amen. It's a challenge then, no? Sakto dito hambal ni Doc, hindi lang dapat, hindi lang taas ta, no? Dapat may arai kita nga himuon, no? And, nami, no? Tani, hopefully, nag-aano makita kay Doc Michelle eventually, no, sa mga next pagid naton. Actually, Doc, nag-initial to sila sa health assessment, tapos nagkarada. So, ang ilang mga result ng present kaina, kag daw damo manggid ang, pero hopefully, no, by the help of Dr. Michelle man, makabuligay kita para nga ma-establish sagid naton siniya kaigo ang mapag-on nga pagbuligay para sa ating mga local churches kay panawag sina kanugon ang oportunidad, no, nga makahimo sang pagbago para sa aton nga mga kaiglesia,hanan, no. So pagabayon akon si Sir J, mag-upo naman diri sa akon. Doc, sorry gid Doc ha nga na ka. We'll be giving this certificate of appreciation to Dr. Michelle Palma in appreciation of her invaluable contribution as resource speaker during the Heal the Lifestyle Seminar and Culinary Workshop 2024 with the theme Changing Lives Through the Healing Ministry on January 26 to 28, 2024. And given this 20th day of January 2024 at West Visayan Conference, dahil lang kita siguro gali, sir, kaya hindi naman kita makitaan. So, panabay natin si Doc, signed by Pastor Karen Sibilia and yours truly. And receive this simple certificate and token, Doc. So thank you so much, Doc.
I I was looking forward to introduce Kagina Tani if we had time, but it wouldn't really be enough. Kay, we developed a lifestyle medicine interface. Interface na siya, nga website na siya, nga ang assessment arada. And then there's a 1-week program that's free for everyone. So you got free assessment, you got 1-week program for you to experience change, you know. But galook forward ako kung sino gid ang mga coaches nga ma-establish ang West Visayan Conference because we'll give them the access to that. Kati sayang pastor because I created this because I needed to write a paper, no? Nga if this will be feasible, kati kabudlay mag-follow up sa patient nga they have to go back to you back and forth. But if it's in the ano lang, yara lang sa cellphone nila, and then week 1, may ara silang session, after sa session sang coach nga himuon sa church, pwede nilang ma-watch liwat. No? Ang sa health coaches, amotong ginanhan nato. Sinong mga interested mangin health coach? Hopefully, kada church, no, may ara siguro nga mga health coaches. There's an initial conversation with the SSD already, but I don't know what will happen. But this coming 30th yata, Pastor 31st, I will talk to them. I cannot go there, pero I'll do it virtually. Kiting schedule nila, nag-communicate sila, alang-alang sila. Siyempre, ang kalendaryo naton last year na determine ang year mo subong. Kagang mga immersion participants namon, doktor ni sila tanang may mga kalendaryo man nga paano mo sibuon tanan. So, may initial conversation on how do we go about this because the Philippine College of Lifestyle Medicine is giving ang tawag sini ng scholarship program. Kinanglan gid namon sang health coaches. We physicians were good at prescribing, pero we notice and even evidences would tell, mas effective yung health coaches mag-convince sa pasyente sang sa amon. No? Kaya na medyo aloof ang mga pasyente kung si Doc, kung hindi ko kastorya, tsak to kay Doc How. Pero sa mga health coaches, they can disclose. You know? And then because more, I don't know if they're more friendly than us, but amo na amo, that's the fact. So we're campaigning, and if this is we have the lifestyle medicine education initiative all over the country. Matrain kami sa primary care physicians sa mga public hospitals. And then we're aiming to have more lifestyle medicine coaches. So I thought to myself, hindi budlay kung Adventist ang lifestyle medicine coaches, kati ara na niya sa ila. And then they can help. This is one way of improving, adding credentials, and sa ilang practice. So siguro si WVC ang ma-determine kung sino pastor because that's really a good material, Ara na ang explainer video, i-play mo lang, tunan mo antes mo da i-play para maka-facilitate ikaw sang sakto. That's 1 week free lifestyle program to anyone, no? And then kung gusto mo na yung mag-proceed sila, then it should be under the may intensive phase na, may intervention na. Ang una is really for wellness, for initial information. So, well, I just wish I had enough time, but then nag-change ang aton nga schedule sa 4, so siling ko, sige, we'll let go of the week because I cannot just do that in few minutes, hindi makaya. Sige.
Amen. So it's an opportunity and gina-extend sa aton na Dr. Michelle. Hope nga i-grab na naton. So first step na ay Doc atong 1 week nga program tisma. Then eventually siguro mas maayo guro before kita magpalauli buwas. For those nga interested sa sininga program, maano kita siguro, makuha kita sa commitment ang atong lista. Then mapa-further kita siguro inquiry, mapa-explain kita further kay Doc Michelle kung paano naton ma-go through ni, and who knows, no? May mga may mga potentials gid nga pwede sa life med coaches, no? As of now, si Sir Randy kag si Ma'am Romeline pa sa lifestyle med nga coaching, training gid. So gid siya, ma-undergo gid.
It's a training program, kaya hindi pwede mag-coach ka lang daya nga imo lang ya words. Ang training, you train, din sila man, ang mga training dire. So you see, they're training with doctors, di ba la? Upod nila during training, upod nila tanan physicians man. So, they're catching up. Mga medical terms, dayati ito mahimo, you'll be dealing with chronic conditions and diseases. So, they are learning diseases. No? So, ang textbook materials ng doctors, the same ni sa ilang nga mga materials na ginagamit. And then when they finish the training, they will undergo certification exam and they will be a certified lifestyle medicine coach. That's a career, you know? That's really a career. Like, we doctors can refer to you, you know, and you can work as a collaborative team. Well, we have the lifestyle center na gina-establish dito sa Miagao. There should be a lifestyle medicine coach there that should be working with the physician. And in the church, just imagine kung may lifestyle medicine coach ka sa isa ka simbahan and kung active pa ning makuha mo, well, it should be a combination of the brain, the dedication, and the faith. Kaya kung hindi man siya ma-combine, pwede nga personal lang nila nga gain, pastor, you know. Dapat combination of a personal gain and then a ministry at the same time. I believe you will be blessed by the Lord if hindi ka dalok, no? No? Remember that if your cup is always empty, you're always willing to receive and willing to you pour your cup again, then the Lord will bless you with more contents. That's what I learned in my life. No? So the more you share, the more ka nga damo ginatudloan, the more ka man may matunan, abi. No? Pag the more kita may mabuligan. Well, hopefully, Pastor, no? It's not simple as 1 week nga training. It's a 1-year program. It's a 1-year program. Oh yeah, ang immersion program is 7 days, ang immersion program. And then all the rest are online and virtual. So hindi siya budlay. 98% sa among mga trainees are all workers. Remember, these are doctors gani and professionals that are 100% employed. So, and then ang preceptorship is always Sunday. So wala gid kontratiempo. So ma-determine ka, Pastor, kung sino ang, and then the screening, and then we have screening process as well, you know. So, yeah. Kaya ang SSD, Pastor, may-ari man ni sila. So, tingbo naton para paghatag sa PCLM kung sino tong screen sila ang initial nga makasulod. So, 2024 is the last cohort training for in lifestyle medicine. So 2025 actually, the training curriculum will be different already. Of course, as the years go by, ang training nagas more stringent, no? Kahit we started in 2015, we were accredited in 2021, now it's 2024. It's expected to us nga mag-upgrade sang curriculum every 3 years. So 2024, Pastor, is the mark of our 3rd year. So by 2025, nga masulod nga 2025, lainan na siyang curriculum. So kung may makalagas 2024, mas mayo.
So, i-grab na gid nato na before it's too late. Doc, thank you so much. Roms, i-assist lang si Dr. Roms. So, thank you so much, Doc. Words, actually, hindi bastante, no, sa pasalamat sa kaayo ni Doc Michelle. Actually, kung ako abi, she's an embodiment, no, sa ginatawag natin niya, a person with a heart and with the brain and dedication para sa buluhaton sa Ginoo. Let's give another round of applause kay Doc Michelle. Thank you, Doc. See you next time. So, nami, it's an opportunity gin-open sa ato ng windows sa opportunity, ano ta na ya, no? Anyway, maka-illustrya pa man kita until tomorrow. Kag kung may mga interested kamo sa gin-offer sa life med coaches, no, nga pwede gid, please istoryahan na naton. Okay na kamo? Wala makamo gintawan kapoy? When we enjoy what we are learning, it is always a blessing. No. Yes. Open to siya online.